Good morning. This is your pre-market analysis. It is June 26, 2026, 7:22 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And as usual, we'll keep this short and sweet. Jumping right into the NASDAQ here, looking at NQ, did exactly what I had said yesterday. Price pushed up into this area of resistance and did reject off of it and move to the downside. The other option I had was that price moved through that resistance, turns this into support, and then it would continue more to the upside. That did not happen, so we can go ahead and remove that. These lines were drawn yesterday in yesterday's video. So we did move to the downside, and we're right down here into the EQ area, remaining here in the EQ area. This is an area where we could start to chop, or this is the area where price will begin to move aggressively to the downside. Looking to the downside, the first level that I would be looking at for any kind of support would be here, about 28,797 to put it right about here. And by the way, these levels you can get for free in the course that I have. These levels are gold. I base all my trading off these levels, and as you can see, they are pretty darn accurate, and they are fixed. So there is no guessing. We're not trying to adjust it to make it fit with the candles or anything. It's actually the opposite. These are fixed levels, and we are looking at the candles and reading the price action based on what they are doing off of these levels. All right. So what I am looking at for now with NASDAQ is basically more downside. So this is the range that I would expect price to move down into. The other thing that I did say is it could begin to chop in this area for a little bit. So that is something you're going to want to be paying attention to if you're trading today. Getting caught in chop is the best way to blow an account. So be cautious of that today. Looking at Biddy. So continuing to move to the downside. It is finding a little support right in this area, right at this green line, and this green line is basically just measured in between these levels that I have just talked about in the previous chart. So by applying these levels inside, basically they're like fractals inside of this, and it gives you a more zoomed in, more detailed look at what the price action is doing. And this green line right here is a key area, and it is finding a little bit of support on that. So this is something I want to keep an eye on. But overall, I still have a price target of about $56,000 here, 56.6. And if price would begin to move to the upside, I'm still looking at this area right here. So this right here is an area that really needs to act as support. So right now it is resistance. So if price were to come back up into this area, it could ping off this area and continue moving to the downside. But until we get a solid close above it, so it looks something like maybe like this, you could do a little bit of a bounce. And then once you see that that's acting as support, then I think it's go time. We could start looking for higher prices in Biddy. But for now, this is where we're at. It looks like we're going to remain to the downside, and I still have this target right here, the $56,642. That is going to put us into the EQ of this lower range. All right, and wrapping it up here with SpaceX. SpaceX is continuing to the downside as I kind of figured. So the pre-market right now we're at $151.20, just kind of ranging. Feel bad for all those guys that bought the hype right here. So this is the importance of the education, learn this stuff, and stop paying attention to what people are saying on social media because it is toxic. It'll ruin you. And just find yourself someone that actually knows what they're talking about, or better yet, take a course and learn for yourself how to do this stuff. That is the best way to be independent. You have to depend on someone. I mean, what if your favorite YouTuber decides they're not going to post a chart and give you a pre-market analysis like I'm doing, and then you're going to be lost for the day, right? So learning this stuff for yourself is the best way to do things. All right, so that is all I have for you today. And if you're trading, good luck.